Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Arsenic and Espresso. My name is Alice Arsenic. This is my co-host Josh, and this is a podcast where we talk about metal music. Today we are reacting to New Architects, their song Dead Butterflies. We've actually already watched the video and filmed it and reacted to it, and then we realized that my mic wasn't turned on the whole time. So what you're about to see is our initial reaction, but you might not be able to hear anything I say. You might be able to hear a little bit of what I say, but then once the actual reaction is over, once the song is over, my mic will be working again. So if you like what you see, hit a thumbs up. If you want to see more of this, hit that subscribe button. We react to new music fairly regularly. So without further ado, here's the reaction.
I'm loving the energy already. I also think it's funny when people say, it's not super heavy, but then, I mean, compared to other songs or other bands, it's still a fairly heavy song. So
I think a lot of metalheads have just gotten used to music that just like blasts your face right off.
Right.
And so if it doesn't do that right off the bat, everyone's like, it's not that heavy. But like
right.
in the grand scheme of things, compared to other music that's out there, like it's still heavy.
Keep going.
I wanna bother God. I wanna feel the ground beneath my feet, but I've got a smile full of broken teeth. Goodbye. All the times I thrown away. I must have lost myself, lost myself, lost myself. I know it's not enough. Why does defeat always taste so bittersweet? I just wanna live and die in peace. The flower that never blossoms is quickly forgotten. It must be gold if it's glistening. I must have lost myself, lost myself, lost myself. Goodbye. All the times I've thrown away. I must have lost.
I know we don't know what this is about yet, but the fact that they're performing in an empty stadium,
Yeah,
like
it's kind of on the nose.
I mean, it's very on the nose. It's what a lot of bands have been doing to get through COVID. They're performing in empty venues that are then like being filmed and streamed
Right.
live or whatever.
That's
And
interesting.
the
I wasn't even
closest
thinking
we
about
get-
that. Yeah,
it just
that's
made
cool.
me think like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
concerts in 2020.
I like their soft sound. I know
I do
that's like
too.
they're still metal. They're
Yeah.
still the same band. They're just taking their foot off the gas a little bit with some of these songs,
Well,
and I think that's totally fine.
I always like when metal bands do ballads when they do something softer in comparison to what they normally do, or just softer compared to the genre in general. I think it showcases a skill set that a lot of people kind of write off, and they like when a band slows things down and really breaks down all their sound.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can hear all of the talent, and you can't deny it at that point.
Right.
So for non-metalheads, I think ballads are really important because you're like, all right, well, how do you explain this then?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But for those of us who already like it,
Right.
it does force us to kind of slow down and maybe just differently.
Draws you in a little bit different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very refreshing. I
I
always
agree.
like it.
I must have lost myself, lost myself, lost myself. Fly high, 'cause the winds are here to stay. I must have lost myself, lost myself, butterflies, dead butterflies. Lost myself in a cloud of
This is what when animals wasn't that the first reacted to?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, this is softer than expected. This is what I expected from animals.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? The way
Right.
everyone was talking about it, I thought, it is all going to be slow,
Yeah.
sing-songy, very melodic,
Right.
and not heavy at all.
Yeah.
And I think it is just that slight change in what a band normally does versus what they're trying out now. And I don't know. This is a really beautiful song, and I think people might be, honestly, are reacting a little bit harshly to this new music they're putting out.
Well, and I think too, since now fans have seen 3 of their songs off this upcoming album. I can't remember when it comes out. I hope it comes out soon because I want to react to all of it when it does. But they're not being as harsh as they first were, right? And I think they're turning away from like the whole blessed sound, right? I hope that they have a couple of songs on their album that still kind of go back to those roots. Because that's what they're known for, right? I can hope. But this song was good.
Yeah.
This song was really good, and I liked, with them slowing it down and having more clean vocals on this track. You were able to really pay attention to like the guy on the keys doing the organ sound and everything. That was really cool. That was a cool dynamic that I feel like you just don't quite get when. Oh, I might be echoing this whole time. Not. All right, so I'm not sure exactly what all came through off of Alice's mic. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the lyrics, though,
Yes.
and hopefully there was enough in the initial reaction to get her take on it.
Okay. So this is Dead Butterflies by Architects. I want to bother God. I want to feel the ground beneath my feet, but I've got a smile full of broken teeth. Goodbye, all the doves have flown away. I must have lost myself, lost myself, lost myself. I know it's not enough. Why does defeat always taste so bittersweet? I just want to live and die in peace. The flower that never blossoms is quickly forgotten. It must be gold if it's glistening. I must have lost myself, lost myself, lost myself. Goodbye, all the doves have flown away. I must have lost myself, lost myself, lost myself. Fly high, 'cause the ravens are here to stay. I must have lost myself, lost myself, lost myself in a cloud of dead butterflies, dead butterflies, dead butterflies. Dead butterflies, dead butterflies, dead butterflies. The flower that never blossoms is quickly forgotten. It must be gold if it's glistening. I must have lost myself, lost myself, lost myself. Goodbye, all the doves have flown away. I must have lost myself, lost myself, lost myself in a cloud of dead butterflies, dead butterflies, dead butterflies, dead butterflies. Fly high, 'cause the ravens are here to stay. I must have lost myself, Lost myself in a cloud of dead butterflies, dead butterflies, dead butterflies. What was the last song of theirs we reacted to?
Oh, Black Lungs? Is that what it was called?
Black Lungs.
Okay.
Right. And a lot of people were like, this song is a little bit too repetitive for my taste.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that song was super repetitive.
Yeah.
But this one is repetitive.
Yeah.
Literally. Like,
Yeah.
like there's no question that this one is more repetitive. And I think it's funny because so far, like everyone with Animals was like, oh, it's slower. And I'm like, okay, but this one's
Right.
actually slower. And then with Black Lungs, they were like, it's a little repetitive. And I'm like, okay, but this one is actually repetitive.
Right.
And I think it's kind of funny that the critiques on the first two songs are more true for this third one.
Yeah. I think they made a really good ballad though. Like it's an emo styled ballad.
Gorgeous.
Like,
I love it.
And it's good. So
I wish it was raining outside and I could sit by the window and watch the rain drip down the side and be like, I am in this.
That's a mood. That's a mood for sure.
16-year-old me.
Yeah.
For real. I had a thought and I don't know what it was anymore. I don't know. I don't really have much to say.
No.
Not for any other reason other than like it's a good ballad. It's nice. I think I am very curious to hear what the rest of this album is going to sound like.
I'm also curious to dive back into their old stuff because if people are throwing such a big fit about like how their music style kind of has changed over these 3 songs, I want to know like what a whole album sounded like.
So what would be the best album for us to compare, or rather like
what is everybody's favorite album?
Yeah.
Because I'd like to listen through that all the way before we listen to their new stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, for me, I really like when there's dynamic between tracks, right?
Yes.
When they change it up, when they have slower ballads and things like that, you know, it just adds dimension to the whole album, and I feel like it's an easier listen through. Whereas I know other people, they just want it, you know, fast, nonstop, you know, for 50 minutes, and then giggity.
No one actually wants that, and if they say they do, they're lying. Gotta finesse a little bit.
Well, this turned for the worse. All right.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, like I said a minute ago, hit that thumbs up button. Definitely let us know down in the comments below your favorite Architects album and what we should check out before we listen to, or rather before we react to the rest of this new album that's coming out. And follow us on all of our other social media, Twitter and Instagram.
See you guys next time.
Bye.